Hello, BookTube, and welcome to my Reading Africa project, whereby I explore the African continent through literature. Today, we're talking about South Sudan, and the book is obviously called A Long Walk to Water by Linda Sue Park. There wasn't any selection process for this book. I just found it in a secondhand bookshop, and I thought this is fantastic. It will slot into my challenge. So, this book is middle grade. It's very short. It's approximately 120 pages, and you can finish this in maybe less than an hour, approximately one sitting. The book is incredibly visceral. It's sensory delight. You really get a sense for what it is to be in the skin of the character. You mangoes and walking through the desert, the food that he eats, the temperature changes, the things like despair. You do get those emotions coming through, even though the vocabulary and the syntax is not particularly complex. So you get sentence fragments that capture what it's like when the character's mind and body are under threat constantly. He's fleeing this rebellion, he's fleeing war. There's also a very staccato rhythm of the sentences, and it portrays the urgency of living in South Sudan and going to refugee camps. And there isn't much of an inner dialogue that this character has, but I think that is incredibly suitable for middle grade and for just portraying the lived reality here. You're not really thinking of much else apart from putting one step ahead of the other. And I will say that this is very suitable for children 10 to about 13 years old. And there is violence, obviously. It's a very difficult situation that the characters are living through, things like grueling poverty and the indignity of that. However, the violence is never gratuitous. And so I think that this book was incredibly tastefully done. And if you want to join me on this Reading Africa project, if you want a book that's very short, not much of a time commitment, not much of an intellectual commitment, then by all means, this is a fantastic book. However, if you want something with a lot more depth and detail and it explores a rich inner tapestry and an inner world of an African character, this is not going to be the book for you. Okay, so